Hello? It's so this is quite a bit earlier, as you guys can probably tell. And the objective primarily is to figure out how much leggier this is getting. Uh so the interesting thing is that we got this working uh before without significant lag. So I do not know what the problem is. This is very odd to me because I don't see a reason why it would be this laggy when it was proven that it could tank it before. I don't know if there are other services in the back that I should also knock out, but it would appear that this is still having issues. Hmm. Yeah, for some reason, like Firefox has like 15 different processes. Why is that? Chrome has 18. I'm gonna restart Chrome actually. If some of the tabs are not loaded in, I think it would be a lot better. Anyways, Debate. This is mostly just I'm trying to debug the loading because there's no way for me to do this test without being online here, without streaming, because it's only when it's streaming that it has this issue. I don't know how laggy I am at this point in time. Um, I imagine it is quite bad. It is interesting though. What else can I disable here? Ooh. It's not audio data that's taking me down, is it? Like there's not no one on my screen in VR chat. I've turned everyone's avatars off. Chrome is knocked out. Uh, Firefox is still up, but Firefox shouldn't be that big of an issue. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I can even start Chrome in this state. Uh, I'm gonna restart Firefox as well. So without Chrome and without Firefox, I run smoothly fine. Like obviously, I cannot see any of you guys' messages like this, nor can I play any music. Um, it's very interesting. What I could do instead is what was that? Oh, here we go. Yeah, Firefox by default starts like 10 different processes. I don't know why it has so many in the back. There's no tabs open at the moment. If I just open my Creative Studio here, let me see. So far computer is running fine. I'm gonna find the threshold uh where it fails here. Sorry, why did I go to YouTube? Oh right, I can come here for music. Hang on. Let me get some music running, and then I can see if it lagged me even more. Because once videos start playing, it's going to cause some more memory to be used here. Um, let's see. Let's just go for Hololive Jazz or something. Yeah, you guys can't hear this just yet because I need to swap my OBS settings over. That would be this guy over here. Oceancraft.exe. No, get out of here. What the hell is that? Let's add this executable. All right. We should be able to get music going. There you go. So music's going. And I can only assume that the stream probably isn't lagging. I'm gonna do a quick timing test here. So I'm just gonna start a new canvas. And I'm gonna wait. Well, it's been like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 seconds delay on the stream on the inside. That's fine, I think. For the most part, it seems like this is okay. So I just cannot have Chrome and VRChat open at the same time. Either or seems fine. And even though we did get it working before, I guess this is the way to go. Because it doesn't really matter too much. I can always just only have one of them. I think that is fine. So the bonus now is that I do have Discord going. And that allows me to read messages in Discord, which is very nice. So anyways. Sorry, where's my... here. Okay. So I think the irony is that I don't really sound like I'm worse. I probably sound kind of the same-ish over all of these streams where I've been sick. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think it's because of the fact that we have very strict timings for the stream, which I'm trying my best to protect and not change, even if I'm sick. But because of that, I get the bonus where my body kind of just wakes up when it's time to stream. Like, even just like 15 minutes before this, I was really sick. I was feeling nauseous. I couldn't really sit up straight. But now that everything starts to kick in, it's like adrenaline or something. I just kind of wake up and I feel fine. I feel fine right now. I might sound a little different with my throat, but I don't feel like vomiting, which is great. Also, funny thing is, according to my thermometer, which by the way is one of those mercury ones, with the mercury in the tube and stuff like that, so I don't know how accurate it is anymore. It says I'm not having a fever. I feel like I'm having a fever. I don't feel any different from when I was having a fever. So, very interesting. Hoping to be able to go back to work tomorrow, but it doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. Not that I'm a workaholic, but I was assigned 2 very important bugs, and while I did get to the bottom of the bugs, I didn't quite finish it off. Which is not very great, you know, from a manager's point of view. What the hell is this guy doing? He's always falling sick. What the fuck? Also, even though Duvet is here, I'm gonna steal your daily slot. I'm gonna present some of my own dailies here, because I have had the good fortune of finding some good artists recently. Like, just be reminded of some, and also some of them came back. Sorry, some new artists got recommended to me. I'm just going down my bookmarks list to consolidate it a little bit. I think these are the main ones though. I think these 2 are the main. I swear there was another one, but I might have been mistaken. I'm not of the soundest mind at the moment, but okay, so streamer took your job, yeah. The lag isn't there anymore. Okay, let me do a quick test here. So let me get rid of this thing here. Oops, I got bigger. So I'm gonna open up my timer here. Currently it's 9:30:50. Sorry, is there no delay? It instantly came up on the It instantly came out on my YouTube Studio. That's insane, dude. So I fidgeted around with the OBS setting a little bit. Primarily, I was dealing with... This is just for prosperity's sake. I don't know who needs this information. But under stream... Sorry, where is it? The encoding. Yes, under the output. Under streaming. So, so these are the streaming settings here. ChatGPT said that I'm supposed to have like over 6,000 kbps for this. But I've always been on 45 and no one's ever complained about the video quality. So I don't think this needs to go any higher than this. And these are some of the other settings. Oh yes, thank you, Duvet. The thing is, if you're timing the 4 to 6 seconds based on what your own computer's clock is, there might be some other variations in that. I'm mostly just turning it up so I can see it in my YouTube Studio, which I think is loaded from YouTube. So if I'm able to load from YouTube server and see it, right, like over here, like this thing here, if I can see it here, like you see how instantly it appears? It's kind of insane. Like it's never been that fast before. It's always been like 10 seconds delay. So I turned this to, so all these used to be like good quality, like P5 group quality. Tuning used to be on high quality, so now it's low latency. Multi-pass used to be on 2 passes. I guess it computes things twice. I don't exactly know what it does. It says quarter resolution too, so I don't even know if this is better. But I turn it to high, a single pass. I turn off this look ahead thing, which apparently just increases GPU usage. So now everything is a lot lighter, I imagine, processing-wise. It's just that I don't know what the effect on the stream itself is. I don't know if it's made the stream a little bit worse quality. But I'm looking at it on my other monitor and it seems just fine. It doesn't seem like it is having any issues. Maybe if your monitor is 4K, you might see a little bit of an issue. But we've always only streamed on 1080, so you know, maybe it's the same perception. You'll perceive it to be the same anyway. So either way, it would appear that we have some new settings here that has enabled us to be a little bit more efficient. We shall see, we shall see. I'm gonna dump the 2 artists' name into the chat at this point in time. And yeah, first one here, I guess it's the second one I opened. But I've always seen this stuff. And I've actually ironically found them through. So a long time ago, I think they made a post where they seem really unhinged. Because they were just like, my art isn't bad, the algorithm just hates me, my art isn't bad, the algorithm just hates me, and then it was like just spammed. The text was just spammed. Where is it? Anyway, it's a while ago. There's a lot of likes and reposts and stuff like here that's flooding the thing, as you guys know. I guess it's not that important, but it was like one of these environment pieces. Oops, I misclicked. Like these ones here. And I think there's a good bit of Blender for all of the background elements and stuff like that. The front might just be painted, but it's always the colors and the vibes that is being portrayed that I really like. And they've kind of got this earthy kind of tone to it. I don't generally I don't really like things that are kind of green. And this is probably not green, it's probably just gray or something. But it's got kind of that greenish, yellowish kind of dirt kind of vibe colors. But yeah, anyways, today I saw this, and this is very cinematic, for lack of a better word. Yeah, I call it green, but it's not really green in this case. They don't actually use the green. It's just that because the saturated parts are kind of orangey, I always feel like anytime you go orangey and then you put gray on that, it feels a little green to me. Now that I think about it, it shouldn't be the case. It should be the complement. It should be blue. So I'm not sure what I'm talking about, but very cinematic. I really like all these lost edges, man. And it's interesting because I'm still trying to figure out what is it they're like, right? Because when there's a lot of overlapping shapes, I absolutely hate it. But like when it comes to losing edges, I really like edges that are lost. So I want, I guess, like really hard edges for the most part, but whenever things start to disappear, they need to just disappear. They shouldn't be overlapping. Oh, I guess like overlapping shapes are bad because there's a bunch of overlapped hard edges, not because it's soft edges. But anyways, that's it for this guy here. Feel free to check them out. And then over here, I found this artist today, and again, it's just vibes. I don't really know what to think of it just yet. I haven't really took a very close look at what they're doing. Yeah, brown. Yeah, my tablet might be kind of janky. Yesterday, the stuff that I've drawn, like the hollow piece that we've drawn, it looked a lot more contrasty on my tablet screen. Like this looked a lot more contrasty than on my actual tablet screen. Have you sent this guy here before, Debate? Let me go back in time actually. If I go back down far enough, I might find It is possible, Duvet. It is absolutely possible. I tend not to remember too well. Although, like, for artists like this, where I really like what they have going on, I think there's a good chance that I would remember them. Although that being said, like, you might have shared this like earlier in the series of streams, and I might not have really had like a very clear idea of what is it that I like. Oh, you know them. Yeah, please introduce me. I know that's not what you mean, but is that what you mean? Yeah, I seem way too energetic for someone who's claiming to be sick, but yeah, it's kind of insane. Like, being on stream just gives me immunity to being sick, apparently. I don't know what's going on with the edges here. This thing here looks kind of like the Aliens versus Predator, like the Predator's head or something. Oh, is that the alien? Shit, I don't know. I don't really watch the franchise. It's just very iconic. But yeah, just very moody stuff. Very simple, big shapes, big colors, transitions. Is that nice, you know, for mood boards and stuff. Ooh, look at the texture. Wait, what was that green thing? Oh, is this not available on Firefox? I guess it wasn't. Google Lens search. Did they hand draw the dots? It doesn't feel very consistent. I see some repetitive gaps here that seems to suggest it might be copy and pasted. Like every 4 columns there's a wider space and a 4 column widened space. But it's not like that even. So maybe it's hand drawn. Screen tones? Like they might have used like a rig brush to chop it up or something. But anyways, good stuff. Ooh, look at that. But yeah, these are the 2 main artists that I found. Today I found a lot of other artists, but primarily they draw more character related stuff, and a lot of them are just sketches. And but yeah, anyways, for today's plan, I was feeling pretty sick. I didn't even know if I could draw. But now that I'm here, I feel like I probably will be fine. I was thinking that maybe if I can't draw, I could do something like watch like art tutorials or something, and then like make some notes, like think about it and talk about it with you guys. But like it seems like I should be fine for the most part. And so I think there's a few ways to go about this, like what they use in mangas. Right. It's just that for something that texture-y kind of vibe, it feels a lot less consistent than I was expecting it to be, because I have those halftones like textures over here, and they are very tight, right? You know what I mean? Like all the spacing between all the columns are very consistent. Sorry, that's not the right one. Where is it actually? Actually don't know where all my stuff went. Oh, downloads. It's like a 5 bajillion stuff in here. But anyways, yes, I know what you're referring to though. Those halftone like thingies. But yes, today I have 2 options. The number one was just that I'm just gonna do sketches of faces specifically, because then I can target a little bit more, because currently so far all the hollow ones that I've done have been very consistent in terms of the actual angle as well as the expression, right? For the most part, the face is the same face throughout, so it would be nice to get some variations in, because at this point the hollow sort of tuning, if I might call it such, the proportions has been somewhat decently consistent. Like I can tune it to that same thing that I'm seeing, the same vibe that I'm feeling. But this is only for this one angle. So we can try to expand on that a little bit by trying out different expressions. Like for example, oh yeah, let me do this. I haven't done since in a while. But oops. So like for example, we take this, we try to mimic the angle, mimic the proportions, sorry, not the proportions, but the expressions. That's number one. Number two would just to be like draw some random stupid stuff, but just like outright paint it, instead of having to think about it so hard. Because the previous streams so far has been to try and learn something about colors, learn something about rendering, and then try to utilize it and have it come out more naturally instead of following someone else's rendering style per se. But I could also just take someone else's style, use it as a quality control, and just paint. In that situation, we wouldn't really need to think too hard, because the color is the simplification for shapes and everything, which is copy. It would be what it is. So I'm looking for the other thingy. Where did I put it? Is it this thingy? Oh, oops. I double click it twice. Oh, this is not related. This is even older, I think. This is an even older one that I never got around to doing anything with. So this is not it. I think it's this one. Because we do have like a half-ass sketch here. Sorry, not half-ass. Like a somewhat completed sketch here that I can just use. If I combine it with some other render, something. Even just like this. Pick colors and just go. I'll probably just start off with my usual warm-up first though. Gotta get a little bit loosened up first. Also, yeah, like since so now that I've been talking for a bit and we're a little bit in and more people has joined us, I will just reiterate that we are trying to essentially get the Secret Santa thing going. Oops. So we have this new channel here, and this channel here is going to be for 2025 Secret Santa, because clearly we have a good amount of interest. Yes, let me explain it verbally, because I see that there's a lot of text, right? I don't want you guys to get overwhelmed with it, but I also don't want to be ambiguous from the beginning, because events like this is best to be super duper clear to prevent anybody from feeling left out due to whatever reason. So currently we have 15 people interested, including myself in here. And essentially how it works is very simple, right? Secret Santa, the idea of that is just that you have a bunch of people with a bunch of like so in actual Secret Santa, should I go that far back? Anyways, let's just keep it simple, right? Everyone has a request that they can have. So let me just draw it out. I know like this doesn't really need to be dumbed down this much, but I'm just gonna take the effort to make it super duper clear. So you have like a bunch of people here. I'm gonna put that in a circle, just for simplicity's sake, because we don't have a lot of space on this canvas. But basically this guy is like, hey, can you draw me a draw my waifu, right? For example, draw my waifu. This guy can be like, draw an orange. I don't know why he will want an orange, but they want an orange. Draw blah blah blah, right? So everybody has their own requests. The idea is to go in this case I'm going round robin. It might not be round robin, it could be like completely random, but we'll just make sure that everyone has like a sorry, who doesn't have a thing yet? This guy, right? So everyone will basically get a request at random. So this is currently how it's being set up, right? This is what Uni has suggested. This is how Secret Santa tends to happen, right? Because in real life, Secret Santa is meant for Christmas, where people buy presents for each other. So, but in real life, it's a lot more flexible, because you can have multiple requests. You can have like an item number 1, item number 2, and item number 3, right? Stuff like that. So that's option 1. So this is option 1. Oh wait, no, actually that's not the same. Let me just forget about that. It could be like this. So it could be something like this, and then maybe they will keep a cap on, like maybe like a cap on dollar price, right? So in our case, we can introduce, I think now that I'm looking at this, we might want to have multiple different options for people to draw, so that if you get someone random and their request is like really hard, you don't just like freaking like, hey, I can't do this, you know? Maybe you get like different options to do. So maybe like number 1, we can introduce different options here. And number 2, we keep a cap. we keep a cap on basically the sort of difficulty level. Although I'm kind of leaving that up to you guys for the most part. I don't really know what everyone's super comfortable with, but I think this might be important. But this is the gist of it, right? This is the gist of it. You have a request that you want. You're going to draw for someone random. They're not gonna know that you're drawing from them. You're not gonna know who's drawing for you. And then at the end of the day, this is me. This is me, right? All of these guys, everyone's gonna give me your stuff. And then I'm gonna put it, I'm gonna have a stream on December 25. And then I'm gonna showcase everyone's stuff on the stream, right? This is the current plan. Of course, depending on you guys' feedback, which is why I made the announcement in the Discord that if you guys have any concerns, any questions, any suggestions at all, just drop it in here. So over here we have a rules and stuff thread discussion. Just throw your suggestions and concerns here. If you're worried that what happens if I can't draw down the line, what happens if this, what happens if that, this is where we talk it out. Or like you guys think that, hey, instead of doing it randomly, maybe it should be chosen. But what if everyone chose the same thing, you know, like that's why it's kind of random at this point in time. But it's for a place for people to talk through this, so we can come to an event where everyone is somewhat at least convinced or persuaded that it is the best for everybody, right? So I'm not just trying to force a specific plan onto everybody, especially because I don't have any experience with this. If we have more experience with this, I can foresee some more problems that might arise, but at this point in time, this is the best we can do. So this is the current layout here, and over here, I'll just briefly explain this, that this channel here is, I'm not really sure what for, specifically, but I'm just trying to separate everything so it's clearer. Someone should vet the requests so they're not ridiculous. I will probably be doing that. That is a good suggestion. That is a good suggestion. So I will just talk about some of the intricacies of the current planning, right? So first of all, this chat here is meant for all the information that is going to be related to this, including the very most important thing that you guys will probably be looking at this pretty often if you guys are participating, is the current status of the event. At what state are we currently at? Yes, Dubey, I'm fine. Thank you for the concern though. I feel way better than I did in the past 24 hours just by being on stream, which is kind of insane. But yeah, no problem, Debate. I'm just gonna keep all the information compacted, and then I'll leave a link in the chat for people to look at if they want to. So I'm gonna make this a little bit quicker and more concise. But the idea is that, like, as you're going to the event, you might want to just keep track of what the current status is. This is a place where I'm gonna synchronize with the rest of the server that I believe this is the current stage of the event, and you guys can check in to see if this matches your expectations. If you guys are expecting to have received something, but you have not, and then you come and check this list and realize that, hey, I think that everyone should have gotten it, then you guys can come and talk to me, because you guys then now know that I've missed the thing, and it's not just because it's in progress. So this is a good place to just keep everybody synchronized. And currently we have already passed this gather enough interest. I think 15 upvotes, way more than enough. I'm currently at the stage of tying down rules and just getting everybody on the same page here. So if anyone has suggestions, concerns, again, any ideas at all, anything that they want to talk about, just drop it in the thread, right? This is what this is for. I already have some questions here that I would like to hear some feedback about, but I'll get to that in a bit. So once the rules are confirmed by this Friday, which I'm hoping to get this done quick, because ideally we would give like a weekend for people to sit on it, think about it, blah blah blah. But the thing is, I do kind of want to get it going quick, because the earlier I can get you guys your person to draw and your theme to draw, right? The what's the word? The better it is for everyone, right? Because if you have issues, anything at all, we can talk it out ASAP. Actually, let me just make an announcement here. Let me send the link as well. So I apologize again for all the massive amounts of pings, but just to make sure that everything goes smoothly here. I think communication is key. But anyways, so assuming let's say the rules are finalized this Friday, I will open up the sign up on the same day. And the sign up forms, the details I will go through later. But you guys will put in some stuff, information. Oh, actually, let me do it now since it's together, right? So tentatively, we are going to include these fields. Number one will be a Discord username because that will be the primary means of communication. And next will be our request, right? So it will just be a text description of what is it that you want. You might want to be more flexible or provide multiple options here. Let me just put it in here. Hello, George. Oh shit, I misclicked. Oh man, my stupid ass table is too damn small, dude. Sorry, where is it? Fuck. Where'd it go, dude? Oh, it's here, it's here, it's here. Would I have the eggplant emoji? Sorry, what eggplant emoji? This one? Here, just for you. Oh, it doesn't work here. But you get the Discord username, the primary means of communication and identification. The request itself, so just be a little bit more flexible. You don't know who's going to get it, right? If you have a really complex request, they cannot execute it properly. It's even worse than not requesting it in the first place. Maybe you can give people multiple choices, kind of like a real Secret Santa where people have multiple items in their wish list. You have probably upload some links for me or like upload your actual reference files. This is very sketchy. I'm gonna think about this for a bit because if you guys know about Saito Naoki's channel getting banned, he suspected it was because people are uploading like illegal, like basically, you know, underage content, shall we say, to his Google account, and as a result of the account getting flagged, the entire YouTube channel got deleted permanently, and that's 1 million subscribers lost and years of work down the line. So I will have to think about this for a bit. I don't think anyone's gonna do it, but I might enforce you guys having to upload somewhere else and then send me the link instead, right? Like having your own Google Drives and then send me the link instead. And I'll just pass the link over to the person who are people uploading Chainsaw Man, Hog. But so I might think about this. Also, would you be willing to be a backup artist? Because it's really hard to foresee if people have to drop out for any reason at all. I cannot even plan like weeks down the line. This is talking about like 1.5 months of planning. So potentially, we might need artists who are willing to draw more than one piece in order to fill up the gaps. The second thing is a secondary contact just in case Discord goes down for whatever reason. Discord has server outages sometimes, whatnot. And then the last thing is I'm going to enforce a rule where people are going to literally type out the dates, the important dates up here, because I need to make sure people actually have read the rules. And you guys, I am not gonna explicitly say it right now. You guys will see it later as I talk about it, but this is just to make sure people are not just skipping through things. I will be checking this manually to make sure people are actually paying attention. This is just, I think, being fair to everyone, so that there are people who are doing things correctly. I want to make sure just everyone's on the same page. Again. Also, I'll get back to that in a bit. I'm still talking about the workflow here. So once the sign up form is done, I'll maybe keep it open for 2 weeks, maybe keep it open for 1 week. I don't know if people need this long to think about what they want. It might be a good idea, it might not be a good idea. It might be a good idea to have more time for rules finalization, for example, you know. So, but at some point, definitely by this date or maybe before this, I want to have the rotation finalized. You're gonna know who you're drawing for, and the themes, and have access to the resources, ideally. The permissions, I imagine there's going to be some screw-ups here and there, because I screw it up all the time, especially if Google Drive is involved. So if that is the case, it might take a little bit longer to sort out. But from this date to the actual submission date, so from the 14th of November, right? So I have 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, about 6 weeks worth of time. So that's over a month, right? For people to draw and get sorted out. So I'm hoping that is enough. So drawing period begins immediately. The one important thing is I'm going to mandate a check-in in the middle. So you can't just leave everything till the very end. I know some people might want to draw everything at the very end or something, but I just want to check in the middle of the week, in the middle of the 6 weeks, to make sure that people are actually okay with what's happening. Because sometimes you think that, hey, there's enough time. You think there's enough time, and then as it gets to the end, you realize all of a sudden things are coming into your life that you haven't predicted, and you run out of time. So that is something ideally I would like to prevent. This might be a little bit contentious because it is enforcing a little bit more of a stricter workflow, and people might not like it. It depends. That's why I have the discussion boards open. Again, any concerns, any discussion suggestions, please feel free. But this check-in has a few different reasons. So number one is to just make sure that, hey, you are actually drawing what they want, right? You're not gonna draw something random that they may not have requested for, or that you have misunderstood what is it that they want. The other thing is to check in to make sure that you guys are still in the game, right? Like people are not unreachable for whatever reason. And then another thing might be quality control, because we really don't want people coming in to draw like a bunch of stick figures and then call it a day. Because I think you'll be pretty disappointed if your Christmas present is like that. So the only person that can really check is me, because I'm the only one who has all the information to keep things a surprise for everyone else. And then being in the midpoint makes it a little bit easier for people to sort of predict if they can realistically make the timing, right? Because you might think that 6 weeks is a lot of time, but when you actually do it, maybe that's not a lot of time. Maybe after 3 weeks, your progress isn't as much as you thought, and you know for a fact that the next 3 weeks are gonna be a lot more tense for you, for whatever reason. Maybe you have to prepare for other Christmas events. Then you can, this is a good time to let me know, and then maybe I can try and activate some of the backup artists, right? So being in the midpoint makes it a little bit realistic, easier for people to to think about whether if it's possible, and also so that I can notify the backups in time. From this date to the 24th, you have about 2 weeks plus. So the backups do have a pretty rough time. If you choose to become a backup and you are activated, it will be a little bit rough. Final submission before deadline, early submission is welcome. That will be the 24th. And realistically, this will just be before the Christmas stream. Whenever that Christmas stream is going to be scheduled, I'll likely try to schedule it a little bit earlier in advance so we can talk about the timings. And then some submission specification. This one I would like to get some feedback as well. Ideally, we have enough pixels for people to look at, and it's not just a really tiny sketch. I don't think 300 DPI really matters for the most part. I always do 300 DPI for every single thing I do, but that's just because my computer can handle it, and it doesn't really do anything different. It's always 300 DPI for me, regardless of the number of pixels. So I would do 4K or 300 DPI. But like for the most part, I think unless you are printing, it doesn't actually matter too much. So depending on people's computers, it might be a little bit tough. So I don't know. Whether if you guys want to upload variations of the stuff you have drawn with or without background, with or without text, right, signatures and stuff like that, that's up to you. Whatever that you send me, I will just send and relay it to the requester. And ideally, please try to name your files, because I'm gonna probably get a lot of files, upwards of 100, over the course of the entire event, with stuff like the, references, the actual final pieces of drawing, the in-between sketch check-ins. It's going to be very messy on my side if it's not organized. I will rename it anyways, but if you guys do it before me, and I can save some work. And tentatively, I will just review everything on Christmas stream itself, because then we can all have a good, nice event together. However, if you guys would prefer getting the piece beforehand, right? That's also an option. I'm not against that either. If the requester would like to see the image, maybe make some changes themselves or request for some changes, that is also an option. It will make things a little bit complicated. So in those events, I will likely just connect you with the actual artist, assuming that is what you want, right? That's what the requester wants. They want to not have the surprise. Then that is fine too. Anything is fine. And this is the form fields that we were talking about before. And finally, with regards to the rules, obviously no AI, obviously no tracing, right? What's the point? If you want a photo bash and stuff like that, I think that's fine by me. But it should be mostly original work. And that's part of what the initial check-in is also for. tracing in this case is defined to be if you overlay the images and I see that, hey, the lines are all matching up. That is tracing. Otherwise, if you're like me and you're using a photo for a reference, completely fine, right? That's very normal. If you're using someone's art pieces as a reference, I'm okay with it as long as you're not tracing. Like if you take someone else's piece, like any one of these, like even just this, right? As long as you don't trace it. But if you're looking for, like, say for example, the anatomy from the body here, and then you're taking the anatomy and then you're putting your own sort of clothing on top, you're putting your own sort of physics on top and like the hair and stuff, I think that's fine by me too, right? That's just normal referencing. So monetization and commercial use, that is up to the requester and the artist to decide. I'm not gonna have any part in this, but just in general, I don't think it would make a lot of sense for the requester to just start selling the piece without the artist who drew it being aware of that. So definitely you guys should work that out if that is a thing that you guys want. And obviously, if there's any existing IPs involved, ideally it would not be monetized, because I don't know if there would be any copyright related infringements that will come my way since I'm the event hoster. So just as a general rule, I would like to not see that, right? So if you're requesting someone to draw your favorite waifus, you know, I'm not expecting you to go start selling that waifu illustration. I think for most people that is probably reasonable. I hope. But anyways, again, up for discussion, of course. So there's a minimum effort requirement of at least clean lines with flat colors or better, because I don't want like sketchy stuff that seems low effort. So clean lines would be stuff like this, right? I know like drawing clean lines isn't necessarily everyone's forte, and I'm not requesting you to have like perfect lines. That's not the point. The point is just you don't leave it in a state of like super rough sketch. I don't even have any here, but I think a good example would be this. This is not acceptable, right? For obvious reasons. This would not be acceptable. But if you like, this would still not be acceptable. This is still not acceptable, by the way. I would have to clean this up one more time in like a very clean set of lines, which I don't actually know if I have, but a good example up here. I don't have it in this file, I think. I might have to go somewhere else. These are still sketches, by the way. These are still all sketches. I think stuff like this will be fine. The lines are not perfect, but you can see there's clear intention. There is clear intention in getting a final set of lines. It doesn't just place haphazardly, right? The lines are not clean per se, but they are there deliberately. A little bit more deliberate, rather. Right, something like these kind of lines I think would be fine with a flat color, at least a flat color. I think that's reasonable to ask. I know rendering could be a little bit intimidating at times as well, because that is how I feel about it. But yeah, and obviously this is a give and take kind of situation. I think if you cannot give, right, for whatever reason, you ideally will be just removed from the thing just to keep everything fair. It can be a little harsh, which is why this isn't, I'm not 100% sure this can be put as a very strict rule, right? Because there can be a lot of caveats to this. You could be out of it, not out of your own accord, right? Like if you got into an accident, why am I there to deny like someone else who is willing to draw for you? If they're willing to draw for you, I think that's fine, right? Or like even if you're exiting just because your timing doesn't work, right? And the artist that's drawing for your stuff already started drawing it. Should I just tell them to stop and draw for someone else? You know, like they could have a lot of stuff planned as well. So just to keep things fair, this can, well, like I say keep things fair, but honestly, this is just going to be a case-by-case thing. I'll just have to decide on the spot, based on the situation, based on what is presented to me. Obviously, if someone is being absolutely malicious and they just outright doesn't want to draw, doesn't want to respond, then they should just be removed. And I think they should then therefore be denied the pleasure of having what their request was to have been drawn, right? In such situations where it's malicious, obviously it should be removed. But otherwise, it should just be a case-by-case. This one is just here for... I don't really know what this is here for. It's kind of just basic stuff, you know? It's like just, hey, you know, if the guy says don't draw it like this, you probably want to just... You probably should avoid drawing it a certain way. This can get very tricky as well, so... yeah, I'm hoping things don't get too complicated this time around. Also, no not safe for work stuff because I don't have this minors in here participating. I see today that in my server we have at least 12 people who have I'm not gonna say who they are obviously, but we have 12 people. We have roles here, right? And I've created a role called Chibi, and this is meant for people to self-declare if they're a minor or not. And we clearly have 12 of them here. I'm not gonna show who it is. Although it is public information, I'm not just gonna put it around there. Actually, no, I should hide it. I should probably hide it. I don't think it should be that public of information. Should it be public? Let me think about that. No spoilers, do not review. Yeah, so don't review your art. Don't review who you're drawing for. Don't go asking who you're drawing for. I think it's pretty standard. It is the premise of the event. If you're joining, you probably won't be violating this anyways. Please be on top of deadlines. You have to know your own deadlines and your own schedules. Let me know for whatever reason, anything that comes up that might interfere with your ability to participate in the event. It's fine. This isn't like you talk to me, I'm just gonna end it for you. You know, this is talk to me early so we can work it out kind of situation. And obviously don't share any personal information. I'm not even talking about just this server. I have other servers too, and those are like not that formal, right? Like this is a little bit more formal. Those are just like friend group servers, but even then, like I have people sending their entire fucking address and full name into the server. I have no idea why. He's never gonna watch this stream, but don't do that. Like I know like the other server, I've vetted every single one who went in, but like it's kind of crazy. But yes, just don't do that. So enforcement, basically rule violation, especially intentional and malicious ones. I'll just remove them from the event and possibly ban them from future ones too. Not that I have any future ones planned, just to be clear. Again, any problems, let me know ASAP. Earlier I can know, earlier I can help. The finally is that, yeah, again, it's going to be, what was this? This is going to be case by case on a lot of the situations, so you'll see. But I don't have a lot of time to deal with too much intricacies, because there is gonna be more of you guys and more of me. I'm thinking of including like maybe 1 or 2 people who can help me sort of at least act as a backup, because it's really hard to know if anything would take me out of the picture. And it's easy to say that, hey, you know, don't think about life like this, but it's always the stuff that you don't expect that gets you all of a sudden, right? Like, and if I don't want things to go bad just because I myself is incapacitated for some whatever reason, I probably need a few people to act as backups who have access to the list and will also be in the know of the entire list of everybody's requests and who's drawing for who, so that will probably be just limited to the people who are a lot more active in the community, for lack of a better word. Or it's just actually pretty accurate, but yes, that's all. I don't know why I got a broken heart over here. Brother Trank Kirby. I see that they left a message about was it here? Was it Annie? Or is it? Someone said something about like teach me how to draw and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, this is our individual here. Anyways, that is basically everything with regards to the Christmas related nonsense. At this point in time, if you guys have any questions, any concerns, any suggestions, I'm repeating this a lot because I don't know if people are coming in and out of the stream, but just go ahead and go into this chat, this thread here, and then just yeah, leave a comment here. I finally got the permissions thing sorted out, but essentially I'm just curious about what you guys think about stuff like minimum submission quality and submission size, which is part of the quality, event timeline, is there enough time, should I do the review directly on the stream where everybody don't see the final result until I review it, or should you guys get the same, like get it beforehand, stuff like that. Right, thank you Kirby. Oh yeah, like actually that is very cool. Actually, yeah, that is a very cool thing. But we don't necessarily have to have everyone be on VR chat. We could still just do it on Discord though. To be fair, we could just do it on Discord. There's not really any point in doing it in VR chat because VR chat doesn't really provide necessarily any additional benefit to doing so, right? Because for the most part, you're just looking at a 2D image. But anyways, finally, it's like I'm wondering how you guys would think about the sort of enforcement of people dropping out, because obviously we don't want to be too harsh. Honestly, I don't think anyone can come up with a very good sort of solution for everything, since this is really going to be a case by case. We need to know under what circumstance the person is dropping out, and whether if they're dropping out because they misjudged timing, or life just happened, or they're still willing to draw, but maybe the thing will be presented a little bit later, you know, stuff like that. This is pretty fair. This is very fair. I think this is a very fair take, Kirby. I don't know if you're here, brother Trent Kirby. I'm assuming you are, because this timing of the response seems a little bit on point to otherwise not be in here. Oh, that's a good suggestion. I don't know how Pixiv requests work. That's the thing. This is a very fair take, I think. It is basically just like a present, right? You aren't always gonna like your presents. I think, how do I say this? Like, it's easy to expect something good. Like, it's very easy to be like super hyped about it. So I think if we kind of verbalize stuff like this, where, you know, some people might get disappointed and whatnot. In general, it's just more of like enjoy the event, not enjoy the final end result thing. Then maybe they can set their expectations a little bit more realistically, and then the disappointment, you know, when it inevitably happens for some people, will not be that heavy. I think that is a good take. Also, I have like a bunch of people sitting around me. I don't know if they are listening onto the stream in VR chat. It's kind of funny. They probably have me muted because I'm speaking English, so which is fine and just fine for me. But yeah, that's sorry, I need this. That's basically it for the explanations so far, right? Pending discussions from the rest of you guys, I will check in this board every stream for the rest of the week until we get to Friday, where I finalize. Of course, we can still discuss rules and some of the intricacies as we go along as well. It's not like I can't change it on the fly, right? But once certain things are set, like especially stuff with submission deadlines and submission quality and stuff like that, I don't want to change it for obvious reasons. Yeah, but other intricacies we can still talk about for sure. And given that, we have concluded the yapping part of the stream. This will probably be the longest yap out of all of the streams that are about to come up that involves me yapping, because I have to explain from the start. But ooh, it's so ironic. Like, the more I talk, the less my throat hurts. Like, what is up with that? Like, I am just... How do I use Pinterest? Pinterest is such a stupid ass website. Why is there no search bar in this there's no search bar on the homepage. I didn't find one. Anyways, I'm just gonna use Google, and I'm gonna go back to my usual thingy where I do a bunch of sketches. Sorry, I finished drawing real skill in different angles, but it doesn't help me at all drawing head angles. I want to draw head angles from different angles, but I don't know how an anime stylized head look like in angles, like when you rotate it. Hello, Maxi. Hello, Mini Arsh 2377. Oh, that is very interesting. It's like 2077, but like 300 years in the future. So your question can be summarized as to... Oh, I'm assuming real skull. Oh, I see. It doesn't help you drawing head angles, different like anime stylized heads. Ooh, so if you have drawn a bunch of skull angles, I imagine Okay, let me find something here. How about this? How about this? How about you can, like, let's say you go on like anime, on Pinterest, or for example, right? You can find some anime head angles like these, right? You can find like the really simple ones like these ones, or you can find ones with hair on and eyes rendered as well. That's fine too. Is my voice cut? Hello? It should be going in just fine. I don't think the voice is cut. Okay, it might be a lag spike. It might be a lag spike because the bonus is that I have the subtitles at the bottom there. As long as it's reacting to my voice, I think my speakers are working. Sorry, my mics are working fine. So okay, just to preface what I'm about to say is that I didn't study skulls properly. I didn't study skulls. I didn't study the Sauro head. I studied shapes even. I didn't even study like a sphere and then try to cut like anime faces out of the sphere. But I think what you probably want to do is that since you already have a good understanding of the skull itself, you can then take like stylized stuff like this and then try to compare it with a skull version of it, right? Like, I don't know how to draw a skull, but like if this were to be a skull, I imagine it would be kind of like this. And then like what? The middle is like the nose holes, right? I don't know what's it called. And then what? You have the eyes somewhere? Shit, I don't know where it's supposed to be, I'll be honest. Or is the nose supposed to be lower? Okay, I cannot draw skulls, but if you can map like the stylized version to this back and forth, then I think you can probably figure out how to go from a style to a stylized thing. You can try to see what part of the skull is squished and what part is expanded and stuff like that. Let me try to do it here, because I've never done this before. Yeah, if anyone has a better idea, like for sure, please do suggest. To be the middle, so the nose is here, the eyes are here. And then if you do the same kind of guidelines here, you can kind of see where everything got moved. Like this part got bigger, right? The eyes got shifted down a little bit. The nose hole is now a little bit lower as well. And so on and so forth. You might be able to work out stuff like this for yourself if you just do a bunch of these kind of comparisons, I think. I can't help you too much because I didn't even study this like this. I kind of just stared at a bunch of faces and I tried to copy the shapes and I tried to get a feel for why is it that it doesn't look good whenever I draw it, and then I tried to just adjust the shapes to make it look good. I think a lot of the heads that I do draw isn't necessarily very accurate in a 3D form kind of way. Even like using guidelines like this to set up all these things beforehand is only a very recent thing in the past like 3 or 4 months. Because up till then, it has always just been like, I would draw like a random circle, I will draw like a random cross, and mostly these are not even for me to act as the rest of the head, right? Because this is where the circle is supposed to be, I think. But I'm mostly using this to guide the eyes, and then that's it. And then I would just redo the head again, depending on the sizing of the eyes. Because I always end up doing this. I will draw the eyes too big for like this circle, therefore rendering the circle useless. And then based on this, I would do the sides, and then I will redo another circle on top, which is really stupid. But it worked for me for a really long time. So yeah, I'm afraid I can't help you too much. Oh, I just realized the request might need a little bit of a difficulty sort of guideline maybe. How difficult should the request be though? Like, what if people ask for like backgrounds? What if people ask for environments? What if people ask for like multiple characters? Should that be allowed or should it not be allowed? I mean, I guess it is up to, but yeah, so like, okay, interesting. So the request probably should need to have like like a difficulty. Maybe you can like have a hard, medium, and easy request. And then people can pick and choose. It'll be a lot of work though. Okay, yes. Thank you, Mini Arch. I didn't know I was being helpful or not. Thank you for replying. Sometimes people just kind of leave after they ask a question, which is completely fine. I'm not faulting anyone for that. But it's just that I don't know if I have necessarily answered the question. So thank you for letting me know how you feel about it. All the best. I hope it is helpful though. I think that the thing about art that I come to realize, I think, there's so many ways to do things, but as long as you keep doing something and thinking about what you're doing and trying to learn, you will definitely find a way out of it, I think. You can definitely find your own way to do certain things. It's not that strict in that sense. Like the fundamentals and stuff like that, for the most part, even if you don't necessarily fully understand it, if you have seen enough, if you have tried enough, and you've looked at yourself and compared to really good artists enough, even if you might not objectively like fully understand it, I feel like you can feel it. You can get a feel for what looks good and what looks bad, and then from there you can kind of find your own rules, right? Find your own logic to explain it. Yeah, exactly, Maxi. If you find something that works for yourself, that's the best. Just like my stupid ass circle that I never use, and I always draw a bigger circle on top because, hey, you know, like the circle and the cross just breaks up the canvas for me. It makes it less scary and helps me align the eyes, and then that's great. That's enough, right? That served its purpose, even if it's not like every other person out there. Now I've transited over to using guidelines a little bit better. I think the power of guidelines is so good, like it's so strong, especially if you have multiple characters. If you can draw like a circle and a cross and you know exactly where the character's gonna be in relation to someone else in perspective and stuff like that, that is huge, because it makes the workflow so much better. You can know what is coming before. Like I know, like if I can use this circle properly, right? I can use this to decide the size of the head. And based on this, I know where the character stands. I can make the character go in the back if I just have like a smaller circle, you know? But then if I have like my janky ass workflow, I will always have to do adjustments afterwards. But whatever works, you know, for you to get started, it's good. Hello DTB. 10-minute summary. 10-minute summary is 10-minute summary. Oh, it's flipped. 10-minute summary is you get a bunch of people here. Right, you get a bunch of people here. They each have their own sort of wish list, essentially. A list of stuff that people might want to, that they want people to draw. Each one might have a different theme, might have a different difficulty, so that people can get a little bit more option to choose, because you don't know who's going to get your stuff, right? It's not just about monetary financial buying power, where it's always just about the dollar bills. Now you have people who have different specialization and stuff like that, right? So at the cutoff, I'm going to then shuffle people. They're gonna just get random. I'm not even gonna have a... Oh yeah, no problem, Mini Arch. I don't know if you're leaving, but if you are, see you soon. And going back to this, I'm just gonna use some kind of randomizer. You're just gonna get a guy to draw for. They're not gonna know who is drawing for them. They're just gonna get someone else. Everyone's gonna draw. In the middle of the event, somewhere around November 30th, 31st. Somewhere around November 31st, I'm gonna do a check-in to make sure that, hey, are you really drawing this guy's request correctly? Are you keeping, you know, is it on theme? Is it of a good enough quality, I suppose? Like, it's kind of hard to tell in a work in progress, to be fair. But just do a quick check-in to make sure you're still alive and you're still participating. And because if you're not, then I need someone else. I need a backup artist. Like maybe this guy here is sign up for a backup. He's okay being a backup. I'm gonna reassign this guy, so he might get like 2. The backup form is not ready yet, so I will beseech you to please read the channel. It is very long, but that is the point of it, is to be super clear and keep everyone on the same page, so there wouldn't be any point if you don't read it. I do apologize for its length, but the form is not yet, and everything should be pretty clear in the channel itself. If you are confused, definitely leave me a message in the server so I can make the thing better. Ah yes, of course, DTB. Thank you very much for double checking that. I am sorry for doubting you. Yes, I think it's important to note that the event is about the event itself. It's not about the thing you're getting out of the event. I think for the most part, I don't know what Secret Santa is like because I've never done it, but I'm also inclined to be like, oh yeah, DTB for the form. For the form, so just to reiterate this, because this is very useful. This thing up here is the current status. This status is to synchronize everyone who's in the event and myself. Because as I'm hosting it, as I'm progressing through the different stages, like for example, right now we're confirming the rules and stuff and getting feedback. When I finalize it, I'm gonna put a tick here, right? And then if it's confirmed, then we know that, hey, this step of the process is over. We should now be looking at this sign up form. And you can see here it's gonna open on the November 1st. So it's not open yet. In fact, I haven't even made it yet. I can be honest with you guys, I haven't done it yet. But it doesn't take that long, I hope. Yeah, I hope. I've done it before for some other thing with like thousands of people, so I don't think this would be that bad. Worst case, I'll just do everything manually. Yes, no, don't worry about it, DTB. I will ping every time we step through a process here. I will ping every time we step through. This is just so that, you know, once people are aware that there's this thing to check, eventually they will form the habit of checking it. Like they will be like, hey, oh, where are we at now? Oh yeah, I remember this thing. Oh yeah, let's go take a look. It's like, oh okay, we're here, you know, kind of thing. Also is for transparency, so I'm just trying to keep myself everything accountable and super clear, so we don't have any chance of any miscommunication. I'm sure something is gonna happen down the line, but at the very least, I try to do my best to keep it clean here. The event is a Secret Santa. Oh man. The event is a Secret Santa. Are you familiar with the idea of a Secret Santa? Mini Arch? Right, if you don't mind, do you mind rewinding to like a bit earlier to when I was explaining it? Because I've explained it a few times, and I can't explain it for every person that come in, plus I'm still sick. So if you don't mind, would you mind please rewinding to some time earlier? I think about like 20 minutes into the stream, oh sorry, it might be half an hour in. It's where I start explaining the entire event from the beginning. Alright man, see you later. Yes, yeah, thank you. Anyways, where was I? Blah, 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 blah. That's my target. Did I grab a target today? Oh no, I was talking about what if I should. Where did my stuff go? Oh, it's here. No, it's not here. Oh, it's here. Oh, there you go. Bring it over here. I will now try to resume regular programming, which is actually not that regular since I am not able to do the regular stuff. Interesting. I think Yeah, I'm thinking about the backup, sort of moderator, kind of like helper kind of role thing, because it'll be best to start looking for people at this point in time. Although I don't know if they will necessarily be able to help. It's mostly just going to be a backup thing in case I get incapacitated. I need to think about that real quick. Also, I'm going to temporarily what's the word? Let me get my Discord out of here first. I'm going to temporarily hide my screen because I'm gonna have to log in on my on the Pinterest here. Because if I don't log in, I cannot turn off the AI images here, which is very annoying. Because I cannot see anything. It's just all AI. Pinterest trying to tell me to use my personal birthday even if it's a business account. It sounds so sus. They're just trying to like freaking get your information. That's like they're not even trying to hide it. So just give me your personal birthday. Like, what? Why would I do that? I'm trying to set up Pinterest right now. It's really annoying. It's asking me a bunch of useless questions that I don't care about. Hang on. Let me just turn off the AI thingy. Personal account, yes, this is my personal account. Privacy settings. I'm gonna turn off every single ad personalization thing. Oh, use the data to train Pinterest canvas. No, get out of here. Safe. Notifications. I don't even know why you need to notify me of anything. Security. Where is the content thing? Is it this? No, it's not. Oh, refine your recommendations here. So Gen AI interests. Alright, turn off, turn off, turn off, turn off. And now I should be back. Nothing's changed. I still have to go look for references. I still see AI though. What a fucking useless piece of shit setting. At least I go for photographs and it should be a lot better. Let's see. Let's do anatomy quiz actually. Okay. Business as usual then. Yes, all the best to you, Maxi. I don't do all these event art stuff because I just don't think it's quite the time yet. Oh wait, hang on, let me restart my music. We are on YouTube, so I cannot do funky stuff. Okay, let's just do this. Network is kind of slow recently. Like YouTube videos doesn't load immediately. Oh, actually, I know why that's the case. Never mind. You have a good idea why that is the case. Ah, there you go. That's too loud. Let me check. Should be fine. Okay. Oof. That's quite a bit of talking. It's pretty good though. I think we got a lot of the important things out. Not really constructing this very well, but good enough for this. Where's my... I'm not sure if I have. I always, sorry, I wanted to finish the thought I was talking about, but I don't really do a lot of, especially stuff like commissions and drawing for events and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of those things you want to keep like a very consistent style, kind of like what we have here for the hollow stuff. No, not this. Right, because it's the consistent style that people want, that people have seen a lot and that they want. But if you're keeping things consistent, unless you like where you are at this point in time, then that means that you're not really progressing, like you're not really changing. You could, right? But at the risk of losing the brand identity that you have already built, is how I think about it. So that's why I haven't really started doing anything like commissions or doing anything like that. Because I feel like I'm not ready yet. I feel like I want to step out when everything is in place, which is, I know it's a little bit unrealistic. And at least not something that everyone can do, because you do need a lot of time. Right? If you need to pay the bills, then you have to pay the bills, right? But like... yeah. That's kind of why I haven't really done anything. And that would include stuff like Halloween and stuff like that. Actually, to be honest, those are kind of okay. I think I'm just not doing those because I'm scared at this point. There's just too much inertia from all these years of never doing it and never caring about it. That it's just a huge change to try and start doing new things. And that includes the Christmas event. I don't know what problems we're gonna run into. Hopefully most of it I can solve and resolve those as they come up. Oh no, I don't know about the scale. I should be fine, that's fine. Even with people who know you and you know them, it like more fun. Sorry, I don't know if I'm following that sentences, George. Event with people who know you. So you think it's better to have people know who it is? Where is my thingy pointed? I think the bicep is a lot further front. It's here. I think stuff like that we can always do in some other event. I think the whole spirit of you know, Secret Santa is to be secret, so I don't think that's a thing that we can compromise in this current event. For that matter, you can do stuff like pair drawing or something. I don't know if that's a thing, you know, but programming, people do pair programming, right? You explain your thoughts to someone else and then you see if they have any comments. Maybe you learn something from each other, that kind of thing. Yeah, in this case, it's just the nature of the event. If I'm being honest, I'm not a big fan of Secret Santa myself. I want to do it because I think people might think it's fun. But personally, I like to just do my own thing. I find more value in the stuff that I have done. Just as a general rule. I'm not saying like if you guys do fair enough, I'm gonna find that I'm gonna not appreciate it. But if I have something I want to see, right, like, then I want to do it myself. But stuff like fan art is a different idea. Fan art is like, the thing that I want to see in fan art isn't the quality of the art, isn't the art itself. It is the thought that is part of the art, right? The fact that you guys spend time in it and caring about it so much, to the point where you guys are willing to go through this really nasty thing called drawing. This really really fun thing. Sorry, I meant to say fun. It's so fun. Isn't art so fun? Right, that's what I want. But like, if I want to see something drawn, then it's going to have to be done manually by me in order for it to be meaningful. That's why AI is never going to be on my radar. We gotta mad things this fast. Yeah, like when we first started this year, there's no way I could have done this. It's everything, like most of the progress I've made in my entire life of drawing has been within this year, within the 200 streams. And you can definitely go back into every single one of these streams and check. If, you know, not saying that you should, it's a lot of time that you're gonna waste, but it's kind of why I want to have the series of streams and why I'm so adamant about always keeping stuff on stream and on record, so that one day I can come back and be like, hey, this is where we started, this is where we are here. Thank you. I'm also ignoring, I think, a lot of stuff here. I'm just kind of going through the final lines because I have the... Yeah, like this distance is so huge. I don't know which way I went wrong. This line here is off. Yeah, this is way too far forward. That means the legs might be too long or too big. Slightly too long, I think. Man, George, that's very respectable. Anyone who says that they are willing to challenge themselves or go off their comfort zone on like a frequent basis, I think that is very respectable. Because I hate doing that. I don't want to do anything that is new. I like doing things that are the same. Like, I like having that constant, unchanging idea. I don't know, I think as a kid I feel like I've not been very in control. That's why I kind of just want to control a lot of things that is happening in my life. Which is why I like to do things myself as well. I think it's part of it. But challenging yourself is the only way to go forwards. Like, I wouldn't make this much progress if I didn't start streaming. And until I started, it was just this really crazy idea. Right, making a YouTube video, like what? The only reason why I did that was because like at that point in time in my life, I was just so frustrated. I was just so overwhelmed by everything else that I've been like, hey, you know what? This try new thing idea isn't really that bad anymore. I've got a new bad thing. that I hate doing, which is to stay constant. That's like, fuck, let me try this thing. And then I tried it and then it took off for some reason. Right, it's not like I'm not like the 6'7" kid, I'm not like Hakua, you know. I didn't get millions of fans, but this is enough to get started, enough to help me get started in making my life better for myself. At least in terms of art. In your old lives, you the actual process you're learning. Oh yeah, like yeah. Yes, mini arch. Like if you go back to stream number 1, actually there's a hidden 55 streams that's in the channel. If you go into the playlist of my channel, there is another 55 there, I think. That was the old sort of attempt at streaming daily. And I did manage to keep it up for 55 days in a row, I think it was. And it's also like 3 to 4 hours each. And I was just also doing studies. That was a lot less original stuff there. Most of it was just studies. Rendering studies, I think it was all rendering related studies. I think that was where I got a little bit more confident in like the fact that I could potentially make a video. Because otherwise I don't think I would have attempted the Ask video at all. I would have just done it and not made a video about it. But after doing like 55 streams of doing studies and stuff on stream, on Twitch, to not many audience, but I decided, hey, you know, why not just make a video out of it? So I learned video editing, and then I tried it. Can't say I enjoy the process again. I think I'm I don't know if it's accurate to call myself an artist. I kind of hate the process, honestly, half the time. 10 bajillion times I hate the process. Whenever I say art is fun, I've never meant it sincerely. Not even once. It's always sarcastic. Anyways, this is kind of jank. I think I got a lot of... some of these forms are not the best, I think. I have to go back and do anatomy again, I think. Like, the only way to get better and nicer sort of curves, like all these curves on the legs and stuff, is if you fully understand the anatomy and what muscles are showing. And then you can selectively sort of add some more flair to different parts because you know, hey, there's a muscle here and it's supposed to curve like this. Why not make it curve a little bit more, a little bit less, in order for the overall balance to be a little bit this way or that way or whatever, right? But I don't know it enough for like the lower half here especially. Because especially the hips here. Because of this foreshortening, I don't know where the bones are. I don't even know where the crotch is. It's like Chinese text in the middle of the screen. Yeah, my challenge myself, I suppose I am doing it now. Yeah, I guess I am doing it now. Am I doing it now? Maybe not right now, This is a little bit more comfort zone stuff. But I guess it wouldn't have been comfort zone if I didn't challenge myself in the first place. I guess that is how that works, but... Actually, I don't know why I went out of this. I'm just gonna ignore this. I think for the most part, if I get the main vibe of it, I'm okay. I'm just gonna move on. Don't know what the goal is for today. You know what, I'm just gonna fix some of the curves a little bit, because there's no way to improve unless I actually force myself to fix them now. All those times before where I felt like I'm wasting too much time drawing clean lines when I'm seeing artists doing like really messy lines and still get millions and millions of likes and stuff. But I realized now that, you know, it wasn't a waste of time, it was just me prepping myself to have cleaner lines now. Because I wouldn't have been able to draw clean lines now if not for those times where I just keep spending hours drawing and drawing stupid ass lines that I thought was useless. And it could still be useless too now, actually, to be honest. If I go for a style that doesn't need clean lines, then it's kind of useless, I suppose. Not entirely, but maybe a little bit. There's like a really nuanced line here going on. There's a bump here, I think, and then there's a dip here. Can't really see it. Oh, is that a straight line? I can't tell. Whatever. Cool. Yeah, this is not quite right. The entry point is not. It's kind of high. This key is keying this way. It is mostly in check, I think, the alignments. Oh, this is too hot. My heater is too hot as well. So targets here, I think the triangle kind of works like this. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just want to get the curves on the calves here, because there's a bump for the thigh, a bump for the knee, and a bump for the calves itself. I just want to physically force myself to do it once, even if I'm not gonna remember this in like 10 seconds later after I stop. But at least I've done it once. If I do it once today, another time tomorrow, who knows, maybe 6 months down the line I will actually remember it. And that's good enough for me, I think. Kinda like how I learned my Japanese, to be honest. Each individual time I didn't really force myself to remember, but if you're just in the environment where you're constantly hearing it, then you are gonna just remember stuff naturally. Because it's just constantly there in your ear. Alright, good enough. Blah blah blah. Alright, let's go to the next one. Whatever the next one is. Alright. Let's get something with clothing. Man, there are people sitting beside me. This is kind of awkward. If they're listening to me, it might be kind of awkward. I would love to show you guys what's going on with the VR chat world, because there are a lot of famous people in here, right? Like we got a 250,000 artist, Twitter follower artist. Actually, is he still here? Is he still here? I don't know if he's still here. And then there's this like there's this girl that came over. She's got like, I think like 450,000 that just came in and be like, oh, she was like talking to the 250k and she was like, oh shit, oh yeah, see you later, Maxi. Have all the best for your prep. For the exams, right? What's it talking about? Yeah, she's like, oh shit, I remember buying your artwork from like 8 years ago and it really helped me. I'm like, I'm just sitting beside them listening to like two behemoths. Both of them are really established. Right, one guy, the 250k guy, he has his own figures in the making, and then the girl has like 450k. I don't know what she's doing. I didn't really look into her profile too much, but you know, 450k, you can probably do anything you want at that point. You can be a VTuber and be super successful. Just listening to them just talking and interacting. It was really interesting because the way she approached everyone, I thought they all knew each other, but she didn't. She hasn't spoken to him before, and I think that was a masterclass in terms of interacting with like how Japanese people interact. So I kind of just sat around and watched them for a bit. The way you approach, and then the way you interact and introduce yourself, and then sort of start the conversation. That's kind of how I expected, right? Because like if you're going to talk to an artist, you're probably gonna, you know, talk to them about the stuff that they have drawn and what you like about it and so on and so forth. before you talk about your own stuff, if at all. And so that's kind of how it played out. Oh yeah, I'm a fan, you know. And then he was like, oh shit, from 8 years ago? Yeah, you probably shouldn't look at that book now. You should look at the book. It's so old, man. It's so old. Very, very interesting. Unfortunately, in the world, when you join, there's a set of rules, and one of the rules is that you are not allowed to stream the world without permission, for obvious reasons. So I can't just go around the world showing you guys what's happening in there. But the group is public though, if you guys want to join it, if I remember correctly. It's called VRC Creative, but it's all in Japanese though. I'm gonna cut the hand now, oops. Maika. I don't really need that. Is there no perspective on the sword? There's no perspective on the sword. One day it'd be pretty cool if we can get some interviews with some of these guys, I think. Because this is like an insane opportunity if you think about it. Like, where else are you gonna meet like really big people, successful people from the industry, and just like in such a casual manner, right? They're just sitting around talking about LOL. I mean, I can't talk about LOL, but maybe there's other stuff we can talk about. You know? You can get like interviews and like some just like casual conversation even. You can learn a lot potentially. For free? Maybe. This one I'm gonna do something different, I think. George. Thank you, George. Oh shit, did I put this on new layer? I did not, because no, I did, okay. I thought I was stupid and put it on the same layer and overlapped them. But it's too expensive, man, George. It's too expensive, I think. An interview with Ask by the Ask guy. That's kind of funny. Maybe she hates us and she's just like, this guy is trying to teach everyone my style. He's evaluating my brand image, my brand identity. I will never talk to this guy in the rest of my life. Yeah, that's why I don't really, haven't really started interacting with a lot of these people in the game as well, because I don't feel like I have any identity to... I don't have anything to talk to them about, like, there's nothing... I'm just a random dude. I want to be a little bit more established before... Have, like, a little bit more of my own voice, you know, like, right now it's just mostly this guy who's doing studies. Hasn't really done anything original. What is this? An empty layer? Okay. I'm gonna use my other very cool pen this time around. And then try to block this out. So we have the rough lines here, so I should be able to do this comfortably. Right, comfortably might be a little bit too ambitious. Probably not comfortably. Uncomfortably. So this face part is very tricky, man. I don't draw faces like these. Yeah, this face will probably have to get fixed later, but in the meantime, it's good enough to try to just get a placement here. Oh man, if only I can do this hair in one stroke, that would be really cool, but definitely need at least this here. And the target, this is a bit too low, I'd have to erase that later. Let me get some space here. To be fair, if I'm gonna do all these strokes anyways, there's no reason why I shouldn't have done those first and then did the block in later. Would have been a bit easier to do. The vibe is different, but it's primarily because I think the face doesn't have enough details. This is overextended maybe. My head is also kind of round. See this very well. Spaces as well. The length stops here. Indeed. What is that, man? I can't see the armor very well. It's okay, so there's like two sides that's kind of bolted, tied together or something. How do I even represent that? I don't know what would be unique about this material or shape or something that can make it a little bit more identifiable in this mess of lines. Maybe if I just draw it literally, maybe it would be a little bit more visually. It's kind of big. Wait, hang on. My width. I didn't block out the width of the arm. I don't know how big the arms are supposed to be. This weight is kind of heavy too. I also ended too early. I'm gonna nuke this. I'm just gonna do it in one stroke here. Give it a bit more flair. Not make it so big. How do you draw chains? Holy shit. Really slowly, I guess. Really deliberately. Man, this part has so many chains. I'm gonna leave it for now. Let's get the rest of the clothing done first. The butt is here for the target. Oh shit, I didn't leave enough space, did I? I think something here isn't lining up correctly. Probably like the torso is too short, yes. Unless I drop the pants down here. Not line out with the butt. Let me just do some quick checks here. Bottom to this. Yeah, I probably didn't give enough space for this part here. Maybe I can just ignore it, honestly. It's not in the right spot, I don't think. But I can just ignore it. As long as I know where to put my lines, it's fine. Yeah, the shape, overall shape is not quite right either. No, that's fine. I'll leave it. Oh, hello, Jewel? ML do? I'm just gonna call you Jewel. Hello, Jewel. Welcome. Yes, thank you, thank you. Very sparkly. Just like yourself. Oh my. Oh my. I've never seen that many stars in my life before. That's a good thing. Are my legs too big for the size of the head? Did I overdo this? I need to try to make the lines a bit heavier at the bottom. I want it to feel a little bit heavier at the bottom, even if the original isn't necessarily quite the same. Yeah, some of the proportions are not quite the same. As long as it's got the effect. It's not that important, I think, to get 100% the same. It's just I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't get it the same when the target was when I was trying to make it the same. If you don't need to, if you wasn't aiming for that, I think that's completely fine. But if I'm aiming for it and I missed, then that is a skill issue. This part is slightly different. Oh, okay. It's all the way to the ground. Cool. Yeah, the width of the pen legs are also kind of different. I'm not sure where the slack is coming from exactly. Yes, thank you. Oh my. There's a lot of cheering. Thank you for all the cheering. What brings you here, Jewel? Oh yeah, this kind of went a little bit too much, I think. Yeah, definitely did. It's cool though, it's cool. I think it's fine. But this shoulder width with like this butt, oh my god, dude, hello? I would expect the shoulders to just be a little bit wider if that were the case, you know. But it's okay, it's current year. We accept any and all body types. Somehow. Alright, I'm gonna be drawing a lot of chains here, so I don't know what I'm looking at, but I'm just gonna do my best here. Oh, actually, Should have locked down the hands first. Let me lock the hands down real quick. Oh, this is tricky. Wait, the sword should be one brushstroke. If I see. It should be one singular stroke. Ooh, it's kind of tricky though. One singular stroke. Yeah, some of the shapes are not the best, but I'm gonna roll with it. Do I want to fix this though? Yeah, it's just invisible. It's gonna be invisible later. Cheating. It's too thin. I think the vibe of the sword has changed. Something consistent. But it's cooler if the line is dynamic, right? It's like more interesting. Like. Should I maybe do multiple lines then? Yeah, maybe multiple lines is better. It sort of sets up the difference between the hilt or the handle. Is it the handle or the hilt? I don't know. But it sets up a bit of a difference between the two. Can I do this in one stroke? I think this kind of works. Hang on. I should have kept that with the previous one. This is not easy to do to control this. I think maybe if this wasn't this aggressive, it might be a bit easier. Oh, but it's not thin enough then, never mind. Oh, I can just split it actually. Let's just do it like this. Yeah, that's kind of dumb. Okay, never mind. Yeah, just do that. Do enough. I'm gonna lock down the hand first. It's more important. If anyone's watching my stream in the server right now, in the VR chat world, they will think that I'm the coolest person in the room because I'm basically the only one who's actually streaming. Everyone's just basically sharing screen. Technically, they are streaming to like a server somewhere because that's the only way you can share a screen in VR chat. But we are the ones that's actually streaming. But I don't think anyone's really looking at my screen. That's because they're here mostly to do work, not here to, you know, Communication is second. Okay. Ah, okay, I missed them. Oh, I see. I'm gonna make it easier for myself and just do 2 lines to block this out. I was gonna do a bunch of lines slowly for each piece, but it's too hard. We need this to be thin. Indeed, indeed. Gonna finish this arm. Can't see shit here. I guess that's the point. I kind of missed the proportions of it. So the weightage is kind of different. I'm gonna make this a little bit heavier. Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, I was gonna say you too. I was like, but doesn't really work like this. I saying you too to a waiter. I'm not calling you a waiter. Oh my god, that doesn't come out that well. But yes, thank you, thank you. Have you been here before? Let me get a new reference. So we've done like a quick sketch anatomy, done this nonsense, whatever this is. I'm going to find Animu Girl now. This time, there's only like an hour left if we go for the usual timing, but I'm just gonna do our usual thingy. I don't think I can go to work tomorrow. Can I go to work tomorrow? Would I be able to go to work? Oh, I see. Well, I don't think I'll forget you this time around. Because I cannot remember a time where I've gotten this many stars and hearts. Ever. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get some water before I continue this one, but this here, I think will be the target for today. I think I'm gonna try and make use of this list of expressions. Sorry, let me get this sorted out real quick. So we have our face alignment here. So proportion and stylistic alignment needs to be following this set of hollows here. But specifically for... Sorry, what's my new one? Let me bring my new one in as well. But for expressions, I want to go with that list. So I'm going to try and make some of the expressions work with this proportions, hopefully. Or rather, that is the goal here. Let me get this sorted. There you go. So yes, thank you. I'm gonna step out for a bit just to get more water. I'll be right back. Ooh, okay. Do a quick check. No one's... Oh, we got some more messages in the... Oh no, that's the same. Okay. I think it is so far. Alright then, let's get started. Oops. Let's organize this a little bit better. Started here. Oops. Do I need angle references? Let me think. Let's not be too ambitious first. Let's just get some of these. As long as it reads, I'm okay. And then later we can try some different angles. I need to read it as the same hollow. Same character done by the same person. It needs to be clear. Alright, what do I do here? Oh man, some of these faces are like so extreme. Let's do something easier first. I think this crying face might be a bit easier. Try this. target is a bit high. Okay. Sequence is a little bit loose. Cool. Is that the entire set already? I think this is the second loop around. Okay. Let's go somewhere else. But it's good. Yeah. Hopefully this loads in a second here. So we're pulling down, right? This sequence here is too much. We pull. Can we lock? Then I'm gonna pull this side. Switch. Let's see. Oh, wait a second. This side doesn't exist, does it? Does it? It connects. Yeah, but I always do that though. 아이가. 저희 먼저 나이 걸었고. I might have an issue with my pen again. We'll see. It should be. It should get better, I think, over time, but it is detecting. It's not able to detect me lifting off the tablet. It keeps thinking I'm touching the tablet still, so it's a bit janky. It's gonna get a little bit hard to use it because it doesn't release my lines. Yeah, it's not releasing it. Why is it doing that though? my god, it's getting worse actually. I can't really fix it. It's like something in the electronics inside the pen is shorting out. So it's sending a bunch of weird signals, I think. Yeah, like, oh my god. Now you can see this line here. I'm not drawing this. This is just my pen being janky. It still thinks it's being connected. I think the last time I changed the nib and it also helped, but I don't know why the nib would be doing this though. It's just the same material. Let's see if I can swap one out. Maybe it is a nib thing, because the last time it happened, it was also because of the nib, I think. And then I swapped it out, it was okay. And I'm looking at the Wacom pencil case thingy. It seems to be about the same amount of usage on the nib before it started happening last time. I think last time it went a little bit further. We used it a bit longer. But I still have a lot of nibs left, so it's fine. I'm just gonna hang on, be right back. Sorry, I might have forgotten to mute. Did a bit of a quick cleanup here to see if it helps, but it's... Was I pressing it? Might have. The tricky thing about the thing is I cannot... Yeah, I'm getting really carried away by this stylization I'm seeing. So far, all the hollow faces have really big eyes. I think I need to keep that. Hello, Uni. Holy emojis indeed. Never seen that many emojis in my life in this chat. They're my emojis. They're all mine. I'm not sharing. Facebook Marvel. Oh yes, I think probably a very natural question to ask. I'm wondering if you've any comments on how like the you know, all the nonsense I've written in the for the Secret Santa thingy. Uni. Oh, is this still happening? I think my pen is still getting stuck. A little bit, I think still. I think the pen itself, yeah, this tablet maybe it really has to go. I think it is getting pretty old now. It is a lot of interesting issues to work through. But if I stop using this tablet, the tablet counter has to go away, which is kind of sad, I think. Yeah, some reference would be helpful, I think. I might have overdone a lot of the thinking and stuff and planning because oh, it's pretty much the same. Oh, okay. I'm impressed because I thought it might be a little bit overboard. I just wanted to make sure that it is as, oh my god, these lines. There's no ambiguity. I'm gonna try to keep people accountable. I think that's all the. It's just impossible to draw with this thing bugging out. Yeah, it's not a nib thing then. Let me just say electronics in the stupid ass pen, dude. Alright, thank you, Uni. I will take a look. I can't draw right now, I'm gonna take a look actually. Applications code 14 by 15. Some of the art must be posted here, so they're not necessarily doing like a stream. That's fine. If you're hosting, please try not to procrastinate. Make sure you have time. Don't tell anyone who you're drawing. Of any level or participating in the same group, do not send your secret sender up before the deadline. Please keep it a surprise. If you're unable to finish your RPs, DM a mod right away. Right away. Must be digital. Oh yeah, I never considered that. So traditional digital. Keep your art requests safe for work. Participate. Okay. Oh, they get like a special tag. That is a good incentive. I just... Is that... explain the title? Hang on. Post in the Discord channel, fine, leave it there for people to come back and see. I see. Yeah, that was part of what I was wondering if people wanted to be like a stream thing or they wanted to be in the... Just like leave it in the Discord. Also, Mary, the title is just that I'm feeling worse. So the stream is a washed up stream. Washed up stream is just saying that it's not as in its glory days, right? It's worse. It's not peak content. It's not the best it could have been. In fact, it is on the decline. It is falling in terms of quality. That's what being washed up is. Means. Sorry. Let me see what else. As heavily stated in the application, that's trying to draw something for someone in this holiday season. Be thankful for what you receive. Yeah, like it has to be made clear that the event's enjoyment is participating and doing the event, not the receiving part. The question about the recital event, well, we can contact them for you. Yes. Oh yeah, that's a good point. So digital slash track. I'm gonna leave some notes for myself so that I can update it later. And then in terms of clarification, on requests, I don't know if you want to do like multiple requests like per person so that people get to choose, have an option instead of being forced to necessarily do one thing. But it does give the requester a little bit less control as to what they get, and they will also need to spend more effort planning it. Sorry, just coming out with new ideas. I think I don't know how common it is people have ideas that they want to see. Oh, okay, that is interesting. Application should include like a viewable gallery of the stuff that they have drawn. That can weed out people that are just not like that can't draw. But I guess that would be a little bit. So like, yeah, I have a minimum sort of quality requirement. I guess like if you haven't shown that you're capable of producing that level of quality of work, then maybe we might have to bar those people from joining. I think that, yeah. I think that is very important. I think it would really suck if people go in and come back out with like just a random ass sketch. That's why I wanted the minimum thing, but I didn't think about like having like so submitting a few pieces to confirm skill level. And because of this, if you have like prior examples, then there's no like the midterm check would just focus mostly on people being responsive to the fact that they're still part of the event, that they know they're still part of the event, and not so much like a quality check anymore, because it's not really possible to do a quality check of a work in progress. So you have ghosted before and appears here on the not so secret Santa shame. As recipients are randomized, we tried our best to make sure participants are be able to complete whatever request they get. For example, gacha game characters tend to be popular every year. If your gallery is full of food or strictly non, we might reject your application. I'll worry that you will receive a request you can't complete. Sorry. So we try our best to make sure participants are able to complete whatever request they get. For example, oh, interesting. So it's still like a minimum skill requirement kind of thing, though. That would still be a minimum skill required thing. Yeah, that line is hard to draw. That line is really hard to draw. Do you think it's possible, Unique, for you to send me their Google Docs link as well, so I can take a look at the fields and how they set it up? I got a flag for George's message in the Discord. Bro about to bitch slap her. You got flagged, George. I see it. Kiryu got flagged like a couple days ago for saying ecchi. And then Uni got flagged. You got flagged for saying MILF. Like on August 14th. It's kind of funny. Oh, it's been closed. Okay. That's fine then. Yes, thank you. I try to remove stuff as I see people say it, as long as it's not bad stuff, which no one has said anything bad so far. But I just, you know, it's a catch-up game. You guys always have to get flagged first before I can remove it. And then recently I just kind of got tired of doing so. I don't actually know when it flags it, does it actually remove the message or does it just flags it? Because if people can still see the message anyways, I'm not gonna bother whitelisting that word because it's kind of a pain in the ass. But I think the whole point of it getting flagged is so that it gets like removed from the actual chat, right? So I can only guess that that message has been indeed removed. And see. Oh, of course. Yes, I do not mind waiting. If you want to make it easier for yourself, you can also just leave the link in the thread thing. So I'll just take a look at it when it opens. I'm also intending to make the form around that same time, November 1st. So it's not like looking at it now necessarily does. Yeah, I'll see my pen is bugged. It's thinking that I'm pressing the color picker, but I'm not. Oh my god. Oh, it should be a new link. Okay, yes, thank you. That would make a lot of sense. I thought they might have had the form ready with the link, just not permissions level. They turned it off. Oh, last year's. Of course. Sorry, I'm trying to disassemble my pen right now because I don't think I can draw anymore. I actually think my pen is broken. Sometimes moisture gets inside of like the you know how like the pen has like that. Oh, where did my is it this? Oh, it was this. Okay. Like sometimes you know how like that's the two buttons on the side of the pen you kind of press with your index finger. There's like gaps around the sides, right? And then in the inside it's just the electronics. Sometimes moisture gets in, kind of shorts out the circuit. And then for the most part it's been fine so far if you just let it dry, but like looks like it might be done for. If I can't draw anymore, I'm gonna change the stream to buying a new tablet. Looking for a new tablet. Alright, let me try again here. Wait. Still trying to key my pen here. Alrighty, let's hope this works. Yeah, I don't know how to fix the proportions and stuff. No, that's the whole point of this exercise, I guess. Oh, it is not acting up anymore. So maybe I did fix the problem. Interesting. The tablet lives another day. Uh, wake up. Isn't this the same thing? Did it? Yeah, I did. Oops. Oh, never mind. Still kind of buggy. I think I need to tape up these gaps by the side of the pen. 수령한 지어야지. Oh yeah. I thought I saw today that there's a Hachama had a crash out on stream or something, and now it's privated. Is that recent? Wait a second. Oh yeah, like this here. Our Fubuki artist here said this, and I was kind of curious what he was talking about. And apparently there's a stream that's been privated where Hachama talks about her problems. Or something. I have no idea what's happening, but anyways. I was just looking at music, as this is getting a little bit repetitive. Just gonna hop over to Hololive stuff. Oh yeah. Indeed. Oh, let's run my pen. It's so big. Would it be talk casual? I don't think so. Like what? What do you mean? Like if you want to just, I'm obviously gonna talk the same way, I think. I mean, it's hard to say. I know if there's a lot of cases where people get famous and stuff like that, and then they change, right? I would like to think that I wouldn't. Just because, yeah, I don't know where my faith is coming from. Mostly just in my own character. I feel like that character is what's keeping me true. As long as the famous version of me is still working towards the same goal, I don't think he'll be that different from the me today. That's what I would like to say. That's what I'm saying, I guess. That's what I'd like to have happen. Lamau. Oh, but if I'm not, then George, you will have to be the one to let me know. If I've lost my way. That's the role of my my Ria, basically. Sometimes decisions are easier to make when there's a frame of reference that you can reference from that isn't just your own, I think. I think it probably sounds weird and cringy to have my decision making be based off of like a fictional character. If it works, it works though. If it works, it works though. Not really in a position to be choosing. And this is an insanely nice exercise though, because you have to get the emotions there, the insane intensity, but in your own style. In a specific style, if you're choosing, it's hard. Indeed. Right now, it feels like it's easier to draw exactly what I'm seeing and then start to push things into a proportion that looks a little bit more like what we have going on here, rather than to go straight from that. So one thing at a time again, I guess this is. Now, if the eyes are closed, there's not much to work off of here. I don't know what this part is doing, but everything else is kind of okay. Pulling up size there. To that extent, huh? Sniff, sniff. I think it was just talking to me. George was just calling me Mia. It's me, yeah? That's all. What was Paimon's voice line when it changed the volume? That's all. Was this line always like this? I feel like it's kind of weird all of a sudden. Right, because it's in a muted set, right? So it depends then. Does it? This one failed, I think. It doesn't look like the same character. Or it doesn't look like the same style, I think. Something about this proportion doesn't work for me. It'll be a lot clearer tomorrow when I come back to this. In the meantime, I'll take the L. Get this hair set up. Oops. Sizing and spacing. Maybe this needs to go up or make this smaller. Did that do anything? Tidak, baikkah? That's not the main defining factor for the style. It's like the really big eyes and then just the really big head. Because so far the adjustments, whenever I feel like something's not good and I make it look like it looks like the same style, there's always been because the face, the eyes hasn't been big enough, or like the head hasn't been big enough. I think. Maybe calling it defining might not be... it is part of the defining set though, for sure. But I think it's just because my personal bias that I'm drawing it a little bit too small each time. What the hell is happening here? So, did I sequence this properly? I think everybody converges down to... Yeah, it converges to chin, right? Yeah, it's quite different. I don't really want to draw like ugly expressions like this to this extent. It's nice to use these as references because of the amount of exaggeration they did do. It shows you what's possible and it also makes it really obvious what you should do. But I don't think it works very well for this style. To be fair, I haven't tried it, but I don't think I would like it. Something feels... Don't know. Yeah, this doesn't key this way, does it? Easy to forget as people sitting beside me in VR chat. I always get spooked when I start speaking all of a sudden. But last time my dude is done with his work. Very nice, very nice. Let me see. So the target's here as well as there, right? Is that right? It is down sequence. Yeah, it is down. Oh no, I already skipped. Never mind. I didn't do this correctly. Whoops. Just to come this way, please. Does it change my balance every time I do this? My icon. I don't really see it that well. Reset. Oh. Wait, did I say Mia just now? I don't remember saying Mia. Lamau. Look at the butterfly effect that's happening. Amazing, amazing. Something's off, not sure what. Yeah, it could be bad news, it could be good news. Depends on how you feel about it, I guess. I always hate it when people reschedule exams. It's either I'm really prepared and I just want to get it over with, or I'm not prepared and I just want to get it over with. So rescheduling, especially the delay, always sucks. I hate more time to study, I guess. Oh, wait a second. The eyes are closed a little bit more. I need to bump this up. Yeah, I don't think you can squish it that much. I just look too tired, doesn't it? It doesn't feel very angry. Why does it not feel angry anymore? I need to get the edges out then. Yeah, this line is too low, I think. I need to push it up. Doesn't that make the eyes too small? And it might mean that I need to push the tails a bit higher then. This one, that one didn't clear either. So, same problem there. It's kind of hard. I cannot see it. Oh my god. Let me borrow this real quick. Is this the right angle even? You know what? Alright, the top collapses down a bit. This one collapses down a bit. Or collapses up a bit. Oh, I thought the hairline would be a bit higher. Like this line would be a bit higher. But I guess it's not that much more. Because if the eyes were closed like this, right? Like, then your line would be pretty high. Because if you normally when you open, it's kind of like over here. Like your eyes are over here. I guess the line would be somewhere here. So when you close them, the line, this gap would be bigger. That was kind of what I was going for. I thought this gap would be bigger a bit, but it wasn't as big as I thought it needed to be. And with this overlay here, with everything about roughly the same where it is still right here. Huh. Which is kind of surprising for me. This would be the sizing, I guess. It's not quite the same angle though. I'll have to redo this. I'll do this from my own side here. Oh, maybe like puffing out the cheeks is nicer. It's like pouting. That might be too much. Let's get this lowered. Yeah, this is a miss still. Did I touch it? Why is it so weird? こんな感じでしたっけ? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yep, okay, I know exactly why. It's exactly as predicted. It's just because it's too loud. It's getting clipped onto the volume limiter thing, but on my side it's very soft because I hear a different volume than you guys. Yeah, I apologize. Has it been like that for long? I hope not. It is. It happens whenever my volume that I'm hearing and I'm not synced up with you guys. Yeah, it should never happen. So if you guys hear it, it's definitely because of that problem. It's happened a few times now. Hopefully it's only been a few times, like 3. I know distinctly one other time when it was mentioned. Yeah, it is kind of sick, my PC, because when I got it shipped over here, it got a bit of a cancerous tumor. It almost looked like it has it because like the case started bulging out because of the, you know, shipping company kind of crushed it a bit. No target? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know at what extent it's gonna be too much. I'll just have to leave it. Check first impressions tomorrow, I think. Because normal status is here, right? Yeah, it's not that much higher. So it should be doable physically. But none of these alignments I really like so much. The original ones I like a lot. They actually hold up really well over time. A lot of stuff I did before doesn't really hold up well over time. Most of these are holding up really well. They are pretty recent though, to be fair, but these new ones, they're already kind of fizzling out in the past few minutes. Here. Oh, wait, can I? The balance is different, right, for both of these? Not only in terms of that, but also in terms of the angle that's being depicted here. Mwahaha. Anyways, a bit of a slow day today. Targets here, I think. Triangle. You know what? Let's do it manually. Right. A little big. Man, the years I draw keep getting bigger and bigger. That's how Ria ended with giant ass years, even though Wolves has smaller years. Oh my god. Don't need that. Oh yeah, huge. Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. Looks like a rat. It's not round enough to be a rat. Oh, it's kind of like a rat. This might be it for today. Let's see here. I hope it'll be fun. Yes, Raz, I hope it'll be fun too. I'm reading on the messages in general, Ian. Yes, I do hope it'll be fun. No issues so far, it looks like. I'll check in tomorrow and see if there's anything else might want to discuss on stream. But otherwise, I guess that's it for today. I just did a bunch of random ass sketches. But this is tackling one of the hardest things that I feel like this is one of the hardest things, like to be able to be as expressive as you want in a specific style. Some styles are like the more cartoony ones, right? Like the one they're like depicted over here. You can do a lot more exaggeration. I feel like it doesn't look weird. I don't think in general anime faces go to this actually no, I don't know for sure. Come to think of it, like these ones here are very anime-esque. This one's here. And these are still pretty expressive too, so I guess it is a little bit anyways. Yeah, I'm not sure. This is definitely one of the parts that I'm very, very uncertain about, so I think it's good practice. And as long as I'm being sick, I might as well just practice some of these more sketch-related stuff. So yeah, it's not like I don't need to practice these. So I don't overwhelm myself with the colors. But right, anyways, thank you guys for coming. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day and night. Don't fall sick like a certain someone. And I guess I see you two guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Goodbye.